Hey yo, it's Heat. I just decided to take a walk and I had an idea of something I wanted to talk about, which is how my relationships have started out here now that I moved. Because I walk all the time, I have met different people who live here. One day I went on a walk and I saw an older lady. And I don't usually really approach people, but I was just kind of curious about the road. And so I really wanted to know, so I decided to ask her, because I figured it's not like she's going to be like having some kind of problem with it. So I asked her if the road led to a lake, because lake is in the name of the road. So I just kind of assumed that I could get to a lake. Apparently you used to be able to and now you can't. So that's too bad. But anyway, it resulted in me talking to this lady. It went well. And then she was meeting another neighbor because they were going to walk together. So I met that lady too. But, one thing is, I don't remember their names, but they seem nice. And now today, another thing happened. I met another neighbor. Or actually, no, there was another one. Yeah, before that. Okay, I'll start with the past one. So one day, I walked to the end of the road, like going down, and I was trying to figure out if there was any way, like I could see the lake, but it seemed like maybe I couldn't get onto it without crossing someone's property. So I came to the end of this road part, and then it ends in a dead end. Like the road does say it's a dead end, so. Then I was looking, and I could see one spot where I could actually get to the lake, but I was like, that could be owned by that person's, that house there, So I was like, I was debating. I thought, like, if I go there, I might be trespassing. But also, I just really wanted to get to the lake. And I figured, like, I do kind of run the calculation of, like, what's going to happen if someone, like, comes out and I'm trespassing. And I guess I'm just not that worried about it. Like, I don't think someone's going to come out and shoot me. It's not that scary. I just think, like, someone could come out and be annoyed. And it happened, though. The guy came out, and I just, like, was like, oh, shit, sorry. Like, I didn't realize. I was just trying to get over to see the lake, and I just left right away. I left quickly, It wasn't too bad. And also, those are the people that live, like, at the end of the road, so I'm maybe not that likely to run into them too much. But anyway, so today I met another guy who had 2 dogs. And he seemed really nice. Well, at first the dogs were barking at me. One of them was. So that was like a bit off-putting. I wasn't scared, and he didn't seem like he was going to bite me. But like what was going on was I was just sitting there. I wasn't expecting anyone to be around. No one was around. I was just sitting there smoking a joint. So I had my cup, like with my tea. I was smoking a joint, and then these 2 dogs come. And the guy was like saying that they weren't going to bite me, and he came over. I do remember his name. Of course, that's because it was only today, but I'm like specifically do really want to remember his name because I had a good time. He was talking about these trails going into the woods. And he was going to go for a walk with the dogs on them. And I know, like, the way this story sounds is, okay, so there was a man I didn't know with 2 dogs, and I'm a woman walking alone. Do you A, follow the strange man into the woods? B, not that, right? Yes. A, follow the strange man into the woods. That's exactly what I did. Well, in a way, the dogs are encouraging, right? If the person is able to have a good relationship with their dog, it says something about them a little bit, right? I see it as a positive thing. And the dogs did not hurt me at all, and I was not scared. Like, with the animals at least, I had a sense of that I was perfectly safe. And then we walked way into the woods, and I was so tired, and I wished I had water, which I didn't say that, but. And then we were just chatting away the whole time. It was great. I just love being in the woods, obviously, so it does put me into a very pleasant mood to be feeling a bit more away from like civilization and out in the wild, somewhat. I still felt perfectly safe as far as like I wasn't afraid that animals were gonna hurt me or anything like that. So, yeah. So everything went so great. But I do realize that, like, it was a situation that was somewhat questionable. Going with someone that you have just met into a place where you, like, and I could have easily been lost in the woods, too. Like, I know that about myself, that I get lost really easily, so I should be careful to know where I am or know that I have someone with me that I trust that's going to be able to get me to where I need to be. Like, yeah, because it's really easy for me to get lost and turned around. Well, it was very turning around also because he was trying to make it a long walk for the dogs. It could have been a lot shorter. He had been explaining it to me, and I didn't want to say that I couldn't understand that. But I can't really picture things in my head like that. Like, yeah, maps, no, I'm no good with maps. It doesn't help. So it's really tough. But yeah, so all those, how many is that? Four different experiences with neighbors? Oh no, right, I gotta add the ones that live in the other part of the house. Oh, yeah, they were both really nice too. The lady was telling me what her job was. And they have kids too. The kids play with my kids. It's pretty cool. I talked to the guy too, the husband. But I never really talked to either of them again. They even came over one time when we were having a fire outside. Like, but we don't tend to see each other outside, or I guess I'm not really hanging out outside in the yard. Well, I guess if they were outside, I would see them and I could say hi to them because of how often I do go out to go for walks. But I don't know. You need to have a okay relationship with your neighbors. It sucks if you don't. It's so shit if you don't. So that's another relationship that's not too bad. But on the other hand, like, there's also my landlord. So that's another relationship. And it's more complicated of one because of it feels like such a power dynamic. It's like this person owns your home where you live. But yeah, because a few times we've even thought of like sort of standing up for ourselves. Like about getting notice. You need, like, I think you're supposed to have always 24 hours of notice if they want to come into your home, or if they're sending someone to come in, like that's like tenants' rights. I don't know, and there were different things. But when I talk to him, like face to face, this guy, I do feel like he's a good guy, and I get along with him just fine. And he does seem apologetic. Maybe he doesn't really say he's sorry, but he seems... Well, he said, I don't want us to get off on the wrong foot. Yeah. And I am a real stickler, but that shouldn't be a problem for someone. Like, why are you not just following the rules exactly? Why wouldn't you be? That does not make sense to me. So, yeah. That's another new relationship. So many new relationships with the move that you have. And other relationships that feel like they're gone, like your old neighbors. Are you going to see your old neighbors now? But I don't know. I will a bit, I think. In this case. Anyway, yeah, so it's I felt like I was very trusting by just going off into the woods. But it worked out so great. I mean, it's hard to argue with results, right? Yeah, and also I learned that where I'm walking is fine. He said it is off of the public road. It's on a right-of-way, but whatever, that's fine. Like, they were fine with it. So, cool. Anyway, I'll chat you guys up another time. Bye!